Good evening from InvestSharp.com. This is Randy Smotone with your Monday, November 29th market update. So we had another wild ride in the market today, kind of like we did all last week. It did close way off the lows. Actually, quite a bit of dip buying coming in later in the afternoon. So the dollar, gold, silver, copper, and oil were all up today. Light sweet crude futures were up $1.97 to settle at $85.73 a barrel. So looking at the dollar via the ETF UUP. So we've had a lot of buying here. Did pull back though, pulled back a little bit. Could have a little resistance around this 23.50. Almost got there today. So right around this area here. Let's take a look at the West Texas Intermediate Crude Point and Figure chart. So remember, we have a bullish price objective of $105 a barrel. We are on a buy signal. We maintain that, and we're right here. So it looks like we're kind of got a little triangle working, but oil is continued to be pretty resilient. Let's go over and take a look at the Dow. So the Dow closed down 39 points today, 11,052. So we did close above the 11,000. It didn't look promising early in the day that we were going to close above 11,000, but we did. So we've got a resistance up here still at the 11,200. So we're still kind of stuck in this range bound, area here. We've been bouncing back and forth. S&P looks similar. You could say that there's a falling wedge, which could be bullish, right? We've touched here, here, and now we're here. So we'll see if that plays out or not. MACD is pointing back down though. And let's go over and look at the S&P. S&P also off its lows. Closed, it was almost flat for the day. It was only down $1.64, so pretty impressive. Again, bouncing back and forth between the 1175, 1200. Look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq was actually the weakest, being down 0.37%, but Nasdaq looks like it's in a some type of a triangle here. Depends on how you draw it, but it's holding this uptrend line. We've touched, so we're making higher lows. So that looks good. So now we'll just see if we can break out and go higher here, but there's still a lot of uncertainty, of course, because of all the sovereign debt issues in Europe. And then the Russell, which held up the best today, which is what it's been doing. It was only down 0.11%, coming way off its lows. Get rid of that. And so it's holding up pretty well. The volume actually did come back in the market today. It was around average to above average volume, depending on if you looked at the Qs or the SPYs or whatever. So we had pretty decent volume today. Let's go over and take a look at the McClellan oscillator. All right, so minus 35. So we're definitely, we're not oversold here. Of course, overbought would be up here, so we're pretty neutral still. Go either way. Look at GLD. Gold's still hanging in there. Looks like it's kind of building out a little bit of a triangular. It's holding up all right. Silver's hanging in there, looking all right. Copper, it's hanging in there as well. It's pretty good. The Euro, FXE. I'm not sure where exactly. I mean, it obviously got a bounce here at this prior level around the we'll call it 130 level. Look at the moving averages. Also, lost the 200. This line here is the 150, so it stopped right there at the 150. Look at the volatility index. Huge volatility today, but pulled all the way back and ran right into the 200-day moving average, the black line here on the VIX. All right, so let's go look at the charts. Are the sectors? Okay, so on the sectors, 6 of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green. Oil service index had the larger percent gain of 1.71%. Of course, oil was cranking right along today. It looked good. The biotech index, the biotechs were the weakest today, down 1.08%. Over to ChartWatch. Of course, Netflix continue to be really strong. I did notice on the Bollinger Band, you might want to be a little careful here if you're just now wanting to jump on it. It is outside it, which has been kind of staying outside the Bollinger Band, but typically it can only do that for so many days here before it has some type of a dip, possibly a dip you could buy even if it's $5 cheaper. It's still some type of a dip, so be careful here on Netflix. but looking really strong. Amazon looking really strong also. You can tell near the top of the Bollinger Band. Rig, nice breakout of the downtrend line on Rig, looks really good. Apache also breaking out a little bit out of this little pennant, little triangle. Of course, FedEx breaking, whoops, wrong one. FedEx, nice breakout in it today, and along with that, play United Parcel Service, UPS. Actually, it broke out here last Wednesday, held up Friday, and got volume coming in to move higher, so it's looking pretty good. FCX, which I showed a while ago, peaking out above the downtrend line, so it's looking pretty good here. Sienna, big breakout higher on it. NBIX, if you like these little stocks, breaking out above the downtrend line, lots of volume. OPNT breaking higher, looks good. DEC, of course, this thing's been going up, seemed like endlessly. Stephen Madden shoes, looking good. FRX, Force Laboratories, breaking out above the downtrend line with volume, looks good. Concho Resources, head a little higher. Gileon Activewear, up against resistance, but it's pretty strong. I would expect if market continue any upside here, it will break out and move higher. Superior Energy Service breaking higher. SPN, SSI. This little, I really like this little, nice little, cup handle type pattern, holding up real well. This little Stage Stores looks good. Energy Stock, BAS, Basic Energy, moving higher. CAM, it is in this little tiny bouncing back to the channel, but it's looking good here to break out and move higher. RPC, RES, another oil and gas play, really strong, looks pretty good. Wells Fargo breaking out above the downtrend line. Apple still continues to hold up well. It does need to get above this 320 level, actually above about 321.30, take out the prior high, but it's looking good. There's some volume coming back in. True Religion broke out above this this downtrend line here last week, and it's holding up pretty well. It's got the 200-day above it, but it's still holding up well. Looks good. Chico's, this retailer, looking strong. Nice cup and handle type pattern. Still looks good. JCI, Johnson Controls, still hanging tough. Could be a little tiny head and shoulders here, inverted head and shoulders to break out. Watch for that. And let's go take a look at the current market signals. Follow the point for your chart for the Dow, NASDAQ, S&P. Of course, the Dow had already gone a sell signal, but it's been holding up well ever since it went on sell signal. And NASDAQ, S&P are still on buys as well as the Russell. So, we'll just see how the market plays out. We're still in that range. I'd like to see us get out of that range, close above the 1200 mark, close above the 11,200 on the Dow, confirm that we can continue our uptrend into the year end, and until we get that confirmation, then be a little cautious, but taking some good trades here and there. All right. We do have, that's right, on deck for tomorrow, we do have the S&P Case-Shiller Home Price Index at 9 a.m. We get the Chicago PMI at 9:45 a.m. and Consumer Confidence at 10 a.m. all in Eastern Time. So that's the day to watch. And that is it for today. Thanks for watching.